Aha. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, indeed. Hello, my name is Suckit, and we are playing Road of the Worrier 3. And first and foremost, like, what the heck was I doing? I was looking at the Eidolon stuff, and I want to thank once again Zephyr Wind Spirit for their comment. They've been a great help and source of support throughout the series. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. What they told me was that they switched out Eidolon Rebrewed for Eidolon Repraised, which I did not know was even a thing for 1.19.2, and there were no problems. And I'm here to tell you, all the recipes work. Everything's fine. I've switched them out. This is Eidolon Repraised now. Do you think they meant Repraised? Anyway. So I was like, well, how did I miss that when I was... Well, it turns out the 1.19 version of Eidolon Repraised came out a couple weeks after... Like 1 week after the first time I had the pack for download on CurseForge. So I just missed it. The one thing I haven't been able to find is my Ars Ecclesia, and I don't know if this will have the sign unlocked. It looks like it does. So, folks, we're in business. This is gonna mean big changes to the Eidolon questline. Like, all of this stuff is meaningful now, and it's not gonna be optional. I'll have to change the descriptions because they all describe like the unfinished stuff in Eidolon Rebrewed. But thank you, Zephyr Wind Spirit, once again. And that means today, even though I feel like I just put out one of these and I was playing a little All the Mods 9, today, folks, we're gonna get into Eidolon Repraised. Realizing one thing we don't have up there, because I didn't see the point, since the altar didn't work, is the Arcane Goblet, or just Goblet. Okay. This will fill up with blood when we're conducting our Horde sacrifices. But for now, this is, you can look this up in the 30 chapter, this is the only chant we have access to. It's going to start granting us power towards the dark side. Now, Eidolon Repraised also comes with, you know, a mostly finished light side. It may be completely finished by now. We played it in, fancy. We played it in TNP Limitless 7 before that world self-destructed when I was trying to update the pack. Now, for all, you know, all of you who are playing, I know there's about a dozen of you, and I really appreciate you. It doesn't look like. It looks like the only thing this may have affected in our world, in this one, is I may have had to recraft the book, but we still had the sign in there. I may have just lost it. That's definitely on the menu, but doesn't look like it really affects anything. Some of the recipes will have to change. This one's fine. We can make that right now, but we should go through the progression. We probably will have to think about changing, like taking this out and doing it the normal Eidolon way. This is fun, don't get me. I don't know, tell me what you think. Like, should we keep the haunting recipe in for the unholy symbols? I feel like maybe no, but, you know, you might have an idea, let me know. Now, I assume this progress bar here is telling us how far we are to unlocking the next thing, or it's our mana bar for the new spell system now I think about it. I think it's actually probably the mana bar. So while we're hanging around, we might as well make a few more things. Let's see. I want some obsidian ingots. We're gonna need some mana diamonds. I don't know how to spell obsidian clearly. We'll just... Oh, we don't have that programmed in. We need to program this in. We have an induction smelter. We ought to be using it, right? Otherwise, this stuff is expensive. We have a recipe for it. I forgot that this is still glitched. I don't know how to meaningfully fix it. It's beyond my skills. Hopefully there will be a new version refined. I thought it was maybe the chunk loader outside, but I don't think so. I expanded its radius, and we're still having the same issues, so just the way it goes. Alright, we'll make ourselves... Whoop, wrong GUI. We'll make ourselves an enchanting table. And we're going to have to make 2 emerald blocks, no big whoop. And 2 more obsidian pressure plates. And we'll have our disenchanter. This, just like it says, will transfer enchantments onto books. And it transfers them from items. You probably could guess that. We're also going to need one of these pylons. And this thing... kind of a pain. So we're actually going to program in a recipe to make the pylons. We might want a couple. No, we're definitely going to want a couple because we use these for crafting the Scroll of Ageless Wisdom and for the Emblem of Monster Slayer. Now we do need some forge energy for this thing. And I thought we might pop it down just right here. Like this thing, it went down to about like 800. I put some more diamonds in it. It's doing a fantastic job. But we're just gonna set this to. Oh, we don't want it outputting to all sides, do we? This west side, I think, or maybe this east side. Well, let's see. I'm gonna put this down here and fill it up with power. I hope. And we still got power going. Okay, very good. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. A little gooey. We're going to make it always on. We will need to fill it with books. Gosh, it takes 640. Okay, yeah, that's not cool. Now, before I continue to mumble to myself, the pylon stores experience. And we can put it in it by just standing up here and, you know, squatting. I got a bunch more experience from upstairs. We do have to set this thing to pump in. It has, you know, an okay buffer. I think this how much this holds is adjustable because what is it like? In TNP 7, this held so much and it may still be. Okay, it's got 72. Okay, yeah, this holds a bonkers amount of experience in TNP Limitless 7 and in this pack. 89 buckets. That's a good amount. So we're gonna need a ton of books. Now, we don't have a whole lot of magical gear. I haven't been collecting it. But I will tell you, we'll have to make sure we don't have any in the old refined storage system. And we're going to have to keep a closer eye out for wandering traders, because you can get, at least I thought, you could get stuff from the wandering traders that you could only get from the wandering traders in terms of enchantment strength, but I did end up getting Boon of the Earth 3 on the Alf Shatterer from the Soul Enchanter, so maybe I'm not as right about what I did with Apotheosis' enchantment levels as I thought, but, you know, some of them, like, I think Sharpness 10 is still only accessible. Well, we'll see. I think stuff like Sharpness 10 is only accessible from the Wandering Trader on that fancy gear they have. Alright, let's see if we're ready. Do another one of these here. Yeah, okay, so we unlocked the blood sign. There it is. So what we were doing was the Dark Prayer, and we looked at this and, you know, in the other one, like, you could click on these all day, nothing would happen. But now, we got this one. We'll have to sacrifice an animal. So what we should be able to do here is pop a sheep down, kill it, and now the goblet's full of sheep blood. Or, you know, there's blood. Whatever. Now, I don't know if we'll be able to do this one this soon. It is another sign, so maybe it'll work. If it doesn't, we'll keep the blood. It did work, so we're not keeping the blood. Now, we did learn a new sign by doing that, and it should have taught us how to make Touch of Darkness. This will probably, just putting it in our inventory, should probably be fine. Now we're going to want to keep doing that ritual I'm gonna have to install, like, more mob heads, too, or something. This isn't working. Like, the beheading is just giving us players' heads. It's just giving us, like, Steve heads. Named, like, sheep head and squid head. Maybe more mob heads will fix. I don't know. It's gonna be one of those updates, folks. Now, while we're waiting for everything to recharge, we're gonna want to make, that's not how you spell it. What is it? Eldar? Elder? Elder? Here we go. Okay, so any of the symbols will need gold inlay. We'll have to take a look at making the other symbol. We'll need some regular stone, some smooth stone. Now, let's come up here to our good old friend, the workbench. We'll have to pick that up and put it down. Now, let's see. It was like so, was it? Yeah. So, that's enough. Oh, okay. That'll complete us the straw effigy quest, which I have to rewrite. And what would it be to make the stone altar? I think we have everything. We'll need pewter inlays. There we go. Fancy stone altars. Oh, we can get rid of all this. I think we'll lose the candle. And we'll put all of this in its place. Oh, this is great. And thank you again, Zeppelin Dancer. This is gonna be much better than the workaround we had before. Alright. I don't know if we could just do this with a fresh altar. Let's see. Wait before using the prayer again. Okay, well at least it tells you now. That's something the original Eidolon never did. The nice thing is you don't lose the blood when you do it too early. Like I said, we messed around with Eidolon Repraised before. It is a great reboot of the mod. Alright, we've either waited enough time, or a day means 20 minutes and not a Minecraft day. Or maybe I'm just bad at counting. That's always on the menu. I think it's actually 20 minutes. Alright, we're gonna go again. Let's see, like so, right? Boom! Love that. Okay, looks like I did the disenchanter twice. Sorry about the repeat, folks. I never made a quest for it, so, guess I hadn't realized I'd made it. I don't know what happens when you've been hit on the head. Anyway, I hooked up an external storage to this one. This actually allows us to see the total capacity of the container. It's 64 million, which is 64,000 buckets. It's a lot of experience. Now we can bottle it into bottles of enchanting. We can turn it into experience confections. That appears to be about the use for it. That and this thing. Now here's an issue that's arisen from the change. I don't think it's that huge a problem. Looks like our lead has changed. And we're getting Eidolon lead instead of thermal lead from the processing. I'll have to mention that in the update notes. That's a very small price to pay for actually having a working version of Eidolon. Now, this is really what's going on with the lead. We can we can switch out the world gen lead from Eidolon to thermal. We've got the Eidolon lead appearing, in the world. But let's see what processing lead gives us. That gives us thermal. So I may have created an issue with our lead beads. But I mean, if that's the trade-off, if we're gonna have a little lead confusion, but it's all gonna work, I don't know. Tell me what you think. I think it's worth it. Well, it turns into thermal nuggets. So So I don't know. Now, just in case we need it to advance, I do want to do Touch of Darkness. This one you can do as much as you want. Easy. Yeah. Alright. Didn't register anything in particular. But, we'll keep pushing on till we unlock Sacrifice Villager. Now, we're not exactly drowning in villagers. We have some. I think these clerics we could actually sacrifice. I don't know if we're in the realm of if we're in the borders of our village. I don't know if that will affect things. There's ways to mitigate that. But I thought we might start taking a look at easy villagers. Now again, this easy villager stuff, much akin to the piglins, is very easy once you're able to make the infrastructure. So we're going to need a little elf glass, we're going to need a little mana steel, we got a rune of lust to get those testificates in the mood, and a soul gem in the enchanting apparatus. Snake. We're going to take a cleric and a nitwit here. Let me turn the sound down. Oh, that's the wrong thing. Okay. So you just pop these guys in here. I just right-click him in. Now, we do have to supply them with food. And it's all food that they would normally consume. So potatoes, I think, are our option. Here we go. Now with the potatoes, we could pump them in. Going the wrong way. Or we can just put them directly in here. And they'll output little babies. We're not going to want little villager babies running around. So we're going to take a baby incubator for bees. Another 5 elf glass. Another 2 mana steel and another soul gem. And this will give us an incubator for testificates. I want to catch the next one on camera. It means we'll probably be getting a couple failures on cameras too. Oh no, there we go. Oh, we acquired new knowledge. Delightful. Sacrifice villager. Okay. So we got our breeder. And when it makes a little baby, it's going to send it down here. And then the baby's going to grow up and end up down there. But I want to sacrifice a villager now. So we could grow these little babies up too. Now I'm sorry about this, buddy, but you didn't have ender pearls for sale when I needed them. Now I get a cup full of villager blood. Alright. We might have waited long enough to be able to do this. Okay. Fork I, fork Z, right? Fork I, fork Z. Such a nice graphic. Unlocked! Mind sign. Now we'll have to do that at least one more time, I think, to unlock more stuff. Maybe? We shall see. In the meantime, I'm going to make some traders from easy villagers. Because we're going to want to transfer most of probably all of the librarians into blocks. Leave them in that barn and then build other buildings for the other testificates. We're going to want a lot of librarians, but we're going to want like 1 or 2 of all the other sort. And I thought combination of the easy villager stuff and actual testificate housing might be a cool way to go. Alright, now we can just pick these boys right up. Oh, you get rid of the... we don't need this here anymore, right? We're gonna need that. I gotta get rid of the snow in here. These poor guys. I'll put 3 down right here. And I got some of these fancy polished willow signs. put them on this side, I think. Oh, those are nice. Yeah, you make the polished willow planks just in the, either with well, you gotta have a woodcutter, I think. Let's get this guy in here. Now, who is he? He was capturing. Okay. Now, before I get too much farther into Eidolon Rebrewed, I'm going to want to work on some of the recipes. I kind of gave up doing it in the first big recipe pass because, or Eidolon Rebrewed, I mean Eidolon Repraised. The version of Eidolon we're using right now, folks. So anyway, I'm going to work on those. We're going to call this here. I'll see y'all next time. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.